Good morning, children. Let us continue with the class now. Last class I have told you about how the diseases are caused, isn't it? And in diseases there are two types. One is communicable disease and one more is non-communicable diseases. Last class you have learned about non-communicable diseases, wherein you are in not direct contact but still you get the diseases through various sources. Now let us see about the communicable diseases. So you can see communicable diseases. This comes under non-communicable. Kwashiorkor, affected child. This I have told you last class. And marasmus, affected child is like this. You see how the legs and the hands, everything you see. And this is Kwashiorkor. Okay. Now communicable diseases. So diseases that can spread from one person to another are called communicable diseases. At present, there is one serious disease which is taking place. Which one? COVID-19, isn't it? Coronavirus. Through coronavirus, the disease is spread and that is affecting so many lakhs of people throughout the world, isn't it? So, it is nothing but it's a communicable disease which can be spread from one person to the other through virus. Okay, it's called coronavirus. So, COVID-19 because it started in the year 2019. So, that name has come as COVID, isn't it? So, coronavirus disease. Coronavirus disease is called as COVID. And why 19? Because it started in 2019. Yes, now that is a communicable disease. And here you can see communicable disease. Diseases that can spread from one person to another are called communicable diseases, which will spread from one person to the other. They are also called infectious diseases. Why? Because the infection will be carried from one person to the other. So it is called as infectious diseases. Some common communicable diseases are cholera, typhoid, tetanus, tuberculosis, measles and chickenpox. So normally cholera, it is a waterborne disease. Understood? Typhoid through mosquito it starts, and then your tetanus when you touch some rusted objects. Tetanus, tuberculosis again through respiratory system will get affected. Measles and chickenpox again it is affected through virus, especially it is found on the skin. Now these diseases are spread by germs or microbes. These diseases, how are they spread? How are these? Communicable means which spreads from one person to other. I said, how do they spread from one person to other? Who are the carriers of them, or who are the agents who carry that? It is nothing but the germs or microbes. Microbes means the microorganisms which can be seen only with the help of a microscope, because they are very tiny organisms which cannot be seen with our naked eyes. So we require a microorganism, microscope to observe these microbes. Microbes are bacteria, protozoa and virus. So what all comes under microbes or microorganisms? Especially the bacteria, protozoa and virus. Germs enter the body through mouth, nose or with contaminated food or water. So what is happening here? The germs will enter to our body. How? Through mouth. It's an open space, isn't it? Mouth will be talking. If it is in the air, it will go. When you drink contaminated water, it will go like that. It enters to the mouth. Nose, especially when you inhale the infected air. Or with contaminated food or water. Even when the food is contaminated. Now, for example, you keep the foods open. When you keep, especially you can see the street vendors. On the streets, they cut fruits. They cut fruits and keep it open. Isn't it? What happens? The flies and other insects and all, they sit on waste materials and they come and sit on your food or fruits, cut fruits. What will happen? These microbes will be carried there. The disease causing germs will be carried on to the food. And when you eat that food or when you consume that food, what is going to happen? These microbes or the germs will enter into your body, which causes diseases. Okay. So here germs enter the body through mouth, nose or with contaminated food or water. These are the ways how the disease will be spread. They can also enter the body through a cut in the skin. If there is cut in the skin, that is why when there is a cut in the skin, immediately we tell you to wash the hand or wash the wound. Wherever you have got a wound, you have to immediately wash it with running water and then you have to use some antiseptic lotion and wash it, and then excuse me, and then what you have to do, you have to apply some ointment or anything. If it is more means you have to go to doctor only. Okay. So because if especially the rusted items, when you just play with the rusted items, knife or scissors or something, and then it is very dangerous if the rust comes and contact with your body. Okay. They spread through coughing, spitting or sneezing. So how are they spreading? One is through mouth, nose, contaminated food, water, through a cut in the skin, and also through coughing, spitting or sneezing. Especially this is the one through which the COVID-19 virus is spreading. How? Through coughing, spitting or sneezing. Especially the fluids from your body. When it is in contact with an infectious person, what will happen? Then that will spread. Especially this coronavirus. Okay. So through coughing, spitting or sneezing. Now, so you understood now which all ways they are going to spread from one person to other. That is why it is called as communicable diseases. Now, means of spreading communicable diseases through direct contact. If you are in direct contact with the infected person. So what happens when you are in directly contact with the infected person? Then definitely those germs will get entry into your body. Through direct contact, some diseases like chickenpox, measles, ringworm, etc. spread through direct contact with the sick person, or when you use the patient's things like clothes, towel, handkerchief, etc. So what happens now? Diseases like chickenpox. I told you these are all specially found on the skin part. Okay. Chickenpox, measles, ringworm. All these are spread. How do they spread? When you use the persons, that is sick persons, clothes, if you are using the clothes of the sick person, already infected person, or towel of those persons, or handkerchief of those persons if you use, what will happen? That time these germs will get entry into your body. So this is called as direct contact. When you are in direct contact with the infected person. Through infected food and water. What is the second one? Through infected food and water. Some diseases like cholera, diarrhea, typhoid, etc. spread by consuming infected food or drinking dirty water. Now see. So what happened here? Through food and water, when you take these diseases causing germs, how do they spread? Through food or drinking dirty water. So what are the different types of diseases which spread through food and water? Cholera. Cholera means again there will be vomiting sensation will be there. Vomiting will be there, and that is loose motion also will be there. Vomiting as well as loose motion, fever also. That is about cholera. And diarrhea means loose motion. So it will lead to dehydration, wherein there will be loss of fluid or liquid from our body in the form of either what? It is going in the form of vomiting or through loose motion. So that is diarrhea. Typhoid means high fever will be there. And then chillness, you feel shivering will be there, and sometimes you feel yourself very warm also. So those type of things, and headache, severe headache will be there, and even stomach ache. This is about the symptoms of typhoid. These are spread by consuming infected food or drinking dirty water. So by drinking dirty water and eating infected food, that leads to all this type of diseases. That is through infected food and water. That is second point. Third point is insects such as houseflies and cockroaches, and that is continued with this only. Insects such as houseflies and cockroaches and small animals such as rats visit sewers. So what happens? Sewers means the sewages, means the waste materials. Who all go and sit on the waste materials which is not useful to us? Okay. So what happens? These insects like houseflies, cockroaches and small animals such as rats go and sit on the dirty waste materials. They carry germs from the sewers. Sewers means the waste materials, dirty waste materials. and contaminate food and water which is not covered properly. If they are not, the food is not covered properly, if it's kept open, what will happen? These animals go and sit on that food, and without your knowledge what happens? You will eat that food directly. So when you eat that food or drink that water, what happens? You will be suffering from diseases. Food cooked with dirty hands and stale food is also a source of germs. Food cooked with dirty hands means you are not washing the hands. Especially one who is preparing the food is not washing the hands properly. What will happen? That time also there are chances of spreading of this disease. And then stale food means which is not cooked properly, one. And second one is you are keeping it for a long time and then you are using. What will happen? For 2 days or 3 days if you are keeping the food outside, and then if you are eating, you will get a very bad smell. Okay, so that is what we call it as stale food. So stale food is also not good for our health. Water stored in a dirty utensil and water taken from a dirty place are also sources of germs. So you have kept water in dirty utensil means the vessel where you are storing water is not washed properly. That time also there is chance of spreading of germs. This is causing germs. And water taken from a dirty place wherein the water was not clean. You are taken from that dirty place. If you are taken that also, what will happen? There is chance of spreading of these germs. This is causing germs. Milk used from diseased cows can also be the cause of infection. Now, some cattle, that is cows, may be suffering from some diseases. Okay, like tuberculosis or something like that. If it is there, then you are going to drink the milk of that infected animal without treatment. That infected animal is not treated. Directly you are taking the milk from that animal, what happens? That time also there is chance of getting this disease. Understood? So that is about through infected food and water. So first one was through direct contact, second was through infected food and water. Now let us see the next source. What is that? Through air. This is like common cold, chicken pox, whooping cough, spread through the cough, sneeze or spit of an infected person. So which are the diseases? Common cold, that normally everybody gets, isn't it? Common cold means there will be running nose, headache will be there, tears will be coming out, isn't it? That is what we call it as common cold. Chicken pox. Chicken pox means again the rashes on the body, that is chicken pox. Whooping cough. Whooping cough means it is a dry cough. Go on coughing, that is whooping cough. Spread through, how do they spread? How do this infection spread from person to person? If an infected person coughs without covering his mouth, if he goes on coughing, what will happen? That time there is chance of this germs to get into the air. So when it gets into the air, what happens? You are going to inhale those air, infected air. What will happen? You will also get the disease. Okay. So when an infected person coughs, sneezes means you know what is a hakshi. Okay. So when the person sneezes or spits, he will just spit here and there. Okay. That time what happens? Supposing you come in contact with this type of germs with an infected person, then there is chance of getting this disease, which are common cold, chicken pox, whooping cough. Got it? Due to this, the germs are released into the air and spread all around. So when they sneeze, when they cough, when they spit, what happens? The germs are released into the air and spread all around. They just will be found all around you. When a healthy person inhales this air, the germs enter into his or her body and makes the person sick. So when the normal person, healthy person is going to inhale this contaminated air, understood? What will happen? That time those germs will enter to the unhealthy person's body and then it starts causing the infection. Okay. So that is about through air. Now let us see through insect bites. Diseases like malaria, dengue, plague are spread by blood-sucking insects like mosquitoes, fleas, bugs, etc. So through insect bites, insect will bite, you know. So this is like malaria. Severe fever will be there, headache, all those things will be there, shivering. So that is about malaria. Dengue, you know, there will be even rashes on the body and in the severe conditions you can see full reddish sputum will come out from the mouth. That is when it is in the severe condition. So dengue, plague. Plague means there will be lumps on the body and fever will be there. Okay. So plague are spread by blood sucking insect like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, they suck the blood from our body, isn't it? Fleas. Fleas means hair, especially on the hair, in the hair you can, on the head, in the hair, in between hair you can see that fleas. Okay, bugs like tigune, So these type of things, what do? They suck the blood, and then when they are sucking the blood, what happens? They are going to cause the disease. They will pass the infected germs to your body. Some insects carry disease causing germs. The living organisms that carry disease causing germs in their body are called vectors. The living organisms that carry disease causing germs in their body are called vectors. Supposing a person is suffering from disease, what is happening? That person is carrying already the germs in his body. So there is chance of him passing that to the other healthy person who is in contact with that person. So that person who is going to cause that is called as vector. Did you understand? So let me stop it here. I will show you some images now. Now you will see, children, these are certain microbes which cause the diseases. So microorganisms which includes bacteria. See, bacteria also, again there are different shapes bacteria. This is rod shaped bacteria. Okay, there are different shapes of bacteria, but this one is rod shaped bacteria. You can see fungi, especially the bread mold, spores. So you can see the spores here. Okay, so through sporangia what happens? The spores will come out and that falls on a healthy person. That person also will get infected. So this is about the fungi. Then protozoa, this is nothing but amoeba. So you can, paramecium, you can see this is paramecium. So it is a protozoa. What happens? This also will cause some diseases. So this is about protozoa. Algae. Okay. So this algae also you can see pachi, what you call specially. So they also cause diseases. Okay. Now I told you about the skin disease. Now especially you can see chicken pox. See the rashes on the body. You can see. So this is chicken pox. These are measles. Measles, again small rashes throughout the body. You can see that. Now ringworm. So especially when in the contact with soil or the other particles, you see the ringworm. Like ring form, it will be there on your body and a lot of itching sensation will be there, pain will be there. And sometimes it may even cause fever. Due to pain, it causes fever. And this is tetanus. Especially what happens, I told you, when you are in contact with some sharp items or even with the help of knife, and when you are in contact with the soil which is contaminated, that time if the skin is open, what will happen? This virus, that is bacteria called tetanus bacillus. It's a bacteria. Tetanus bacillus will enter into your body and that will lead to tetanus. Okay. Next, coming to cholera. Cholera is waterborne. This is through water it spreads, contaminated water. So it's a waterborne disease. So let me stop it here, children. We continue in the next class.